Question is, how can I become more resilience in a face of challenge? Okay, yeah. What's resilience? Resilience means like that ki how do you interact when you face the challenging time. Okay, yeah. It's a kind of like a something like that. Okay, yeah. You can't really understand, na? So let me example to you. Have you seen kind of like a some people? They are kind of like a something stress when they are facing the challenge. Okay, yeah, like they just don't know what they should supposed to do, and they just kind of like some they just fuck up. Yeah, like basically is this thing that ki at the hospital when someone relatives is actually at kind of like emergency situation, the relatives are bit kind of like a somebody fumble, bit kind of like a somebody that they don't know what they should supposed to do. It's kind of like a somebody that ki yeah, might be you are also kind of like a such a person that you don't know when you will face kind of like a something challenging time. Okay, yeah. Also challenging time is a kind of like a something very different. Okay, like basically the thing that you will gonna expect and thing that you will gonna get is a kind of like a something very different thing. Okay, challenging time is like it's something that you can't decide. Okay, or you don't know what will gonna happen. Okay, things are kind of like a something very very something crazy. Okay, yeah. Example is this thing that ki when your relatives are kind of like something really that something really that emergency medical emergency. Okay, or else like a basically is this thing you study really hard in exam and but the result is didn't really came that you were expected to be. It's also really hard. Okay, yeah. So probably is this thing that ki challenging time means like that ki it's very crucial. Okay, and it's something that ki you have to suffer through that whatever the things actually happened, or kind of like a something really bad thing. Okay, yeah, like you lost some sort of money, or kind of like a something that you fail in exam, or something that you didn't really expect. Okay, and things happen. All right, yeah. In that particular situation people lose their mind, people don't know what they should supposed to do, and it's a kind of like a something that came. Yeah, those people are actually or eventually or kind of like a something called as little less resilience, means like that those people have a little less kind of like a something understanding that what should they supposed to do in the challenging time. Okay, yeah. So my question was that ki how can I become more resilience? Okay, yeah. Like more resilience means like that ki like sorry, my pronunciation was really bad. Okay, yeah. I was actually saying it that ki like having little less resilience when you are facing such a time. Okay, and question was that how do I supposed to be more resilient, like be more kind of like a somebody person who would handle that particular challenging situation. Okay, yeah, what should I supposed to do to be kind of like a something resilience, or be kind of like a something more like how can I be kind of like a something be comfortable, or be kind of like a something person that could take that particular challenge. How do I supposed to do that? Okay, yeah. Well, first of all is that key control your mind. Okay, yeah. Is this thing that when the situation came is really hard, really just can't understand what you should supposed to do. Okay, yeah. Important thing is that key calm yourself in the first situation. Okay, yeah. Obviously example is this thing that ki at emergency situation or medical emergency situation you lost your father, or might be you will gonna lost your father or mother. Then probably in that particular situation you knew that this will gonna happen, so you have to be very calm. Okay, you have to very calm and treat this particular situation very wisely. How? First of all, calm yourself and find out that what should you supposed to do to be kind of like a save your parents life. Okay, yeah. Like basically talk to the doctor, is there kind of like some way, or should I shift my patient to somewhere else, this will gonna work out or not, what should I supposed to do. Okay, yeah. Figure it out the way, and then that kind of like a something that represent you have more resilience, because you not only calm by yourself, but as also you took the action and try to figure it out, try to find out, try to kind of like a something just find out the solution. You are not kind of like a somebody just a crybaby who just kind of like a heard something really bad news and you just kind of like a started crying. No, you are kind of like a something just calm yourself and took the action as soon as possible as you can. That is called as kind of like a something more resilience. Okay, yeah. Do I have that kind of like a something more resilience? I think I have that. Okay, yeah. Let me tell you one thing. I'm been through lot of failure, lot of kind of like some challenging time, lot of kind of like a something that key really fucked up thing. Okay, yeah. Like I failed in exam. I just let me tell you one thing. Okay, I am 31. I'm living with my parents, not earning any kind of like a money. Okay, yeah. Can you kind of like guess that how much I make mistakes in my life? Okay, like since the teenage, since like basically I lost almost like an entire decade of kind of like a something just didn't really did anything at all. Okay, yeah. And at the age of kind of like a late 30, I realized that I make a lot of mistake, and since then I'm kind of like a somebody making my life is really good as possible. Okay, yeah. It's kind of like a something that my last 10 year was kind of like a something complete with the mess and things like that. Okay, yeah. Is it bad? Is it kind of like a something that ki you are kind of like a something really that ki um, regret about this thing? No, I don't, yeah. Because things are actually happened in my last 10 year is kind of like a something learning curve. Okay, and I learn a lot of things from my mistakes. Okay, and because of that mistake I face a lot of challenging times. Okay, yeah. In that particular challenging time, I calm myself to what should I supposed to do, what shouldn't I supposed to do, and figure it out the way that be more kind of like a something best for myself. Okay, yeah. What is kind of like a something best solution for me at this moment, and what should I supposed to do? I was kind of like doing it that. So yeah. All right. So basically is this thing, um I have little more resilience. Okay, how I have that, like a what kind of like a some quality that you have that you consider to be you are more resilience. First of all, I am very calm person. Okay, yeah. Literally I am very calm person. Okay, yeah. Another thing is that ki, I have little much quality that I have is kind of like I'm thinking very wisely. Okay, how this is a thing that you are kind of like a hearing is called artifact episode. Okay, it's kind of like a something a self talk, and I kind of like a something talk to myself for almost like a 7 to 8 year. Okay, yeah. And basically is this thing because of I'm talking to myself, asking this bunch of questions to myself, I kind of like suddenly understand myself a lot regarding about how do I supposed to figure it out my life and things and stuff like that. Okay, I didn't really consider to be kind of like a something very pro person. No, nothing really at all. I also make mistake. I will gonna make mistake too. But there is also one kind of like a thing that I wanted to mention is that ki I learn from that mistake. Definitely, I'm gonna make mistake, but I will gonna learn from that mistake too. Okay, yeah. So basically, is this thing in every kind of like a some challenging time when I will face right now in the future too, I will gonna kind of like a consider as a learning curve. I will kind of like a consider that is a kind of like a some things that I learn. Okay, like basically example is this thing. Okay, 2.5 year, almost like a 4 year of my job was kind of like a something just putting nothing really value, putting negligible in this value, in like putting nothing value at this moment. Okay, yeah. But I learned a lot of things from this corporate sector job. I learned a lot of things from like like a 9 to 5 job. How do I supposed to find myself, control myself, figure it out the situation. Like basically, as also I'm gonna mention one thing is that key 9 to 5 job, like basically is this thing. Before this job I was not actually sitting in front of my desk for a couple of hours, but because of I was doing a job, I was kind of like a something bit really comfortable to sit in front of my desk for 8-10 hour, and it kind of like a something helped me to build up my YouTube career too. Because of that key, it it kind of like a something something with that key something really stick inside of me that can make my life little bit better, little less better. Okay, and not that much, but yeah. As also is this thing, I also have kind of like a something really something really a value. Should I say value? I don't know what exactly is this thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you example. Okay, yeah. Couple of days after, couple of days before, like my grandmother was dead. Okay, yeah, and basically we have funeral at the home. Okay, yeah. So basically is this thing, I was doing hard as effort as I can to be kind of like a something like there is a lot of guests at the home. So basically having the guests, so as a kind of like somebody do a lot of stuff at the home. Okay, yeah. So I was doing stuff. One of my relatives is actually kind of like a somethingly drunk. Okay, yeah. And basically he slapped me. Okay, yeah. Now by the way, I am belong to the India. Okay, and basically slapping someone is a kind of like a something that ki really not that good. Okay, yeah. Basically is this thing, it kind of like represent that ki um like like I'm talking about 2024. Okay, people not usually slap each other very normally. Okay, very usually. Okay, and as also is this thing, if you are slapping some sort of kids, that is okay, but if you are slapping kind of like a somebody 31-year-old guy, then probably it's really not that good. Okay, yeah. Why my relatives actually slapped me is because of that he was drunk and he was kind of like a saying something nonsense stuff, vagara vagara vagara. Okay, I don't want to go through it. Okay, yeah. So I was like really fucked up. Okay, yeah. Like basically it's this thing that yeah, I just want to rip him off, and just like that, just rip him the skin off, and just like I don't know. Okay, I so like that a lot of kind of like a something like the tension inside of me, and just like I just wanted to take revenge and something like that. But I I kind of like took the oath. Okay, yeah, oath myself. Okay, yeah, that key like this relative, this guy, he slapped me. He didn't really slap me, no, nothing really at all. It's kind of like something, the mistakes that I did from my last 10 year, this is actually slap from the universe, that what the fuck that you are doing with your life. Okay, yeah. And I realized that ki, yeah, this is kind of like a something stuff. Okay, yeah, it's like that na ki it's a very hard to tell, but hard to tell. I don't know what exactly is this thing. Okay, yeah. So me and my brother are kind of like somebody equivalent to my age. My brother is really good. Like he got the government job. He got everything. He's married. He's like basically this thing. My family is kind of like looking at him very respectively because of that. He achieved a lot of thing in his life. Okay, yeah. Basically, we are the same age, and I didn't really achieve anything in my life. Okay, so basically is this thing, my families are literally compare with him to me, and basically he my family is kind of like expecting that he was really good and I was really not that good. So I was kind of like a consider that to be kind of like a something just very fucked up person. Okay, yeah. So that's why they are kind of like came and just slapped me. Okay, yeah. uh, yeah. Okay, I accept that thing. Okay, I accept that thing ki, yeah, that is okay, that is kind of like a something that ki it's I don't know. Okay, yeah, it's what exactly is it? I feel really bad at that moment, but it's like I consider to be that ki, that is okay. Yeah, it's kind of like a something like that ki a mistake that I did in my previous like in my last couple of years, and yeah. But there is a one thing I'm bitly sure to myself is that ki like I will gonna be kind of like a something, do something really good with my life. Okay, really good with my life. Okay, yeah. And when I will be make my life little bit better, I don't really have to tell to the people that how good am I, or how kind of like something great am I. Is that ki I know I am good and great. Okay, yeah. I shouldn't supposed to be tell someone, or I shouldn't supposed to prove someone that how good am I. No, nothing really at all. It's kind of like a something that ki in this kind of like a something a kind of like a decade of experience regarding about talk to myself and understanding about the facing challenge and everything, I realized that ki uh, in the end this is kind of like a somebody you. Okay, yeah, no one gonna judge you or someone will gonna judge you is because of that they are kind of like a thing. Okay, like there is nothing gonna happen if someone is actually thinking about you, or there is nothing gonna happen something someone is kind of like a thinking bad or good thing about you. Okay, nothing really happened. It's about you, it's about yourself, it's about that key, what you see your life is good as good or not. Okay, and what kind of like a do to make it your life is better. It's up to you. Okay, I realize this thing, and I realize very late, by the way. Okay, but still is this thing that key, because of this kind of like a some this stuff happened with my life and everything. I kind of like a something be more, became really thick skin. Okay, became really kind of like that key, like like at this moment na, like there are so many people who kind of like say this thing, do the job, don't just do this YouTube and something like that. But I just kind of ignore that thing. Okay, and basically is this thing, my parents are actually telling me, just why are you doing this YouTube, you will not gonna get money or anything. You are doing this thing for last 5 year and nothing really at all. It's kind of like a something that I learn from it, and that's it. Okay, yeah, it's it's a kind of like a something that I don't know how do I supposed to explain this thing, kind of like a resilience thing. Okay, yeah, it's like that na ki, but how do you supposed to be more kind of like a resilience in in yourself, like yeah, I know you are the calm person, you are facing a lot of challenge, and so you have experience about this and stuff like that. But it's just like that na ki, in the future a challenging time became really harsh, take became something really harsh shape and size, and kind of like a convert into monster, or maybe kind of like a something, the challenging time that you are expecting, things are became something really very crazy. So how do you deal with that particular situation, how you gonna face that particular challenging time? I don't know. Yeah, it's like that na ki, I just don't know how do I supposed to face that particular challenge time and everything. Okay, why? Because I never really seen the future. Okay, yeah, there is one thing for sure is that when the things is actually happen, good or bad, whatever it is, I will handle it very wisely, and that's it. Okay, yeah, and in kind of like a something situation, when I will kind of like a somebody make a mistake, I will learn from it. That's it. Okay, so probably is this thing that key is this thing that how do I supposed to be more resilience? What kind of like some advice that you should supposed to give to the people? Like how do you supposed to be more resilience? Okay, yeah. How do you supposed to be more resilience? Like what kind of like a things that people should supposed to do to be more resilience? Okay, yeah. Well, basically is this thing. Okay, yeah, if you are losing your mind when the challenging situation you will gonna face. Okay, when you lose your mind, you don't know what should you supposed to do. Don't feel really bad. Okay, yeah, this is actually happened because of way you are very emotional person. Okay, yeah, you are kind of like a something person that you do care, took care of the people and something like that. Okay, yeah, and you took care of the people's emotions and everything like that. Okay, yeah, like basically is this thing na ki, if you are kind of like a somebody person that you feel really hurtful when someone says something really bad stuff to you, you feel really bad, you started crying and something like that. Okay, yeah, is because of that कि you are very emotional person. Is that bad? No, it's not that bad. It's kind of like a something to tell us that you are really good person. Okay, yeah, and basically is this thing that ki, if I wanted to be more resilient, what should I supposed to do? Like basically, if I'm literally cry when someone says to me, what should I supposed to do? Okay, yeah, it's like that na ki, dude, it's something that ki, first of all you are very emotional person. Another thing is that ki, you are very kind of like a something ages of your life, like basically you are maybe like early early 20s or something like that. Okay, or if you are kind of like a something person who are kind of like a too much age, like a 40 45, but you haven't really seen the world, that's why you are kind of like facing this kind of like a something emotional challenge. Okay, yeah, let me tell you one thing. Why are you started crying is because of that ki you haven't really seen the world, or you haven't really faced the world, or you haven't really interact with the world. What do you mean by world? Okay, yeah. So world means like that na ki I'm talking about a kind of like a something life around you. Okay, yeah. If you are kind of like a something living at your home and just like for the rest of the lifetime, then probably you will not gonna face the kind of like a wrong side of the world, kind of like a something bad side of the world. When you are get outside and kind of like a something look outside the people and what they think, work with those people, find out those people, you kind of like became little bit of thick skin. Okay, yeah, it's like it's a human nature. Okay, yeah, when you went outside now, you realize lot of harsh environment through the people, what they say, what they not say, everything. Okay, yeah, and you will be more get experience through that particular process of living the life in the world. Okay, yeah. If you are living all your life in at the home or at kind of like some very protected area or very comfortable area, then you might gonna feel a little bit of hurtful when someone says something really, because of that you haven't really faced that particular challenging time. Okay, yeah. So that is it. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna give you kind of like a something advice that what should you supposed to do. It's important thing is that ki get outside and just experience the world. Okay, experience the people around you and everything. Soon as you will become kind of like something very thick skin around you. What's the thick skin means like that ki it didn't really affect, like if someone says something really good or bad, it didn't really affect you on you. Okay, you just kind of like something know what you are gonna do, and that's it. Okay, so that's it. All right. Yeah, so this is how you kind of like something get little more resilience in yourself. Okay, at the challenging time. uh, Next point, next question.